Kevin here from Mobility Bros. Welcome to our final installment on our piece of the superficial front line. Today we're working our way up the rectus abdominis tract into the sternal fascia. Now we're not looking at the pecs here, we're looking specifically for the sternalis and the fascia underneath the sternalis. And from there we're going up to the neck as well, up to the sternocleidomastoid. First we're going to start with the pecs. Now this tissue is hard to stretch, especially when you get up to the neck here as well. So we're just going to teach the specific mobilizations for just that fascia tissue. Now we're using the small roller here, and what I want to do is I want to push that fascia up towards the head. Now that tissue likes being pushed upwards, and so we're going to try to restore that function there by pushing upwards into the towards the head. Now the way we use the roller here is I'm just going to lay straight down on top of it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the bottom of the sternum, kind of right where we left off with the rectus abdominis tract, and we're going to push the tissue upwards towards the clavicles. Now once I get to the clavicles, I'm just going to pick my body back up again, readjust back to the bottom of the sternum, and roll everything back up again. So I don't want to push that tissue down, I want to make sure I'm pushing it upwards towards the head. Now after I took care of that tissue, there's another piece of fascia here we're looking for that covers the sternocranial junctions, which basically is where your rib cage meets the sternum. And the way we're going to mobilize those tissues is you're going to push them outwards. Now we're not going to go all the way towards the shoulder, we're just going a couple inches across. And then we're going to do that, the same basic thing. We're going to lay on the roller, starting on one side of the sternum. And I'm just going to push across a couple inches. Pick my body back up, readjust back right next to the sternum, and then push tissue over a couple more inches. So I'm going to go both sides. Just slide across a couple inches, coming back. Slide across a couple inches, and coming back. Now after you've taken care of the sternal fascia, as we work our way up that tract into the neck, we're looking for the sternocleidomastoid, which is a muscle that starts right here at the top of the clavicle, works its way up towards the back of the neck. Now dysfunctions of that tissue we see all the time when it's really stiff here is forward head position. So if you sit at a computer all day or driving a car all day, we're going to see this actually happen from shortened sternocleidomastoid tissues. And so what we want to do is try to restore function there to bring your head back to more of a neutral position. Now we're not going to use the roller to mobilize the tissue because it's a sensitive area and we don't want to kind of damage anything in the neck here. So we're just going to use our hands to do that work. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my fingers and I'm going to start right here at the top of the clavicle and I'm going to push that tissue upwards, so up and back towards the back of the skull. Now so from the side view, I'm going to start right here in front and I'm pushing the tissue up and back. So we're kind of more diagonal fascia, that's where that muscle kind of sits. So if you start feeling like some intracranial pressure, so maybe you're blacking out a little bit, maybe too close to the carotid arteries, you want to try to move ourselves over a little bit more, or you may want to stop doing that today completely. So, so again, we're starting with the top of the clavicle here, and we're working our way up and back towards the base of the skull. So if I'm in the right position, it should be pretty comfortable to push that tissue up and across. Now I'm using kind of dry fingers here, and I may kind of chase the skin, so using some lotion will kind of help you kind of move that tissue a little bit better. And there you have it. Thanks for watching. Now tune in next week when we'll go over some common dysfunctions in our fascial tissues and ways to fix them.